You mention oftentimes in your show that to ask your spouse and to give your spouse a roadmap to your heart. And so I've thought about that many times when I've heard you share that. My question, first question is, how can I build that roadmap for my wife, for my spouse? And then the second part is, how can I better create an environment where she can do the same for me?
It's a great question. Why or how, and both of those questions, by the way, are questions counselors aren't really supposed to ask. Why, lucky for you, I'm not a counselor, I'm just a YouTuber. Why or how do you feel you're not able to tell your wife what you want?
I think that's probably the deeper question is I don't understand why it's so hard for me to know what I need.
Forget what you need. What do you want?
What do I want? Peace.
Okay. What does that mean? Be specific.
Be specific. Sorry if it's loud. It's starting to rain here in the car.
Does she yell at you? It's all right, man. Does she yell at you?
No.
Does she not like you?
Doesn't.
Let me rattle off a few things. Just answer yes or no. Does she not like you?
I think she likes me.
Does she seem disappointed in you?
Probably, but probably even bigger. I'm probably disappointed in myself.
Okay. Does she roll her eyes at you?
She can do that, yes.
Does she think, by action, not even by words, does she think she does life better than you?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Do you want more sex and intimacy in your marriage?
I would like better connection while it's happening, yes.
What does that mean?
Just more connection and instead of just an act.
On her end or your end? When you're having sex, you want her to actually like it? Is that what you're saying? Or are you still replaying
I think
other activities, other actions, people you've been with in your head?
No, definitely not that on my end. Just where we're both freed up enough and our minds clear so we can actually just enjoy each other. Granted, we do have a toddler, so that's a given.
Yeah.
There's a lot there. But yeah, just maybe distracted would be a good way to put it. But for me, just it's hard for me to put that list together of how to get to my heart, because oftentimes I feel selfish when I'm making that list, like, oh, I shouldn't ask for that, or oh, I shouldn't do this.
So what's more selfish? What's more selfish? Having some things in your marriage and in your life that you want, and that another person could help you with, or is it more selfish to not say the things that you want and or need, and then to blame that person for not giving them to you?
No, that's spot on. That's good.
The least selfish thing you could do is to put your wants and needs on the table. And by the way, I'm becoming more bearish on the word needs. Food, water, oxygen. That's what people need.
Right.
They want sex and intimacy. They want you to help with the dishes, for God's sake. They want to not have to work a full-time job and then come home and have to work another full-time job and also get you off before you go to bed because you can throw a temper tantrum. Right? Those are all wants. What do you think she wants?
Security, consistency.
Stop with those two.
Schedule.
Stop with those two. Why are you not safe?
It's been a hard financial season for us.
What does that mean?
A death of a dream. I worked on a business for multiple years, and it looked like it was going really, really well. And then it all fell apart very quickly. And so there's a lot of dreams, I think, that were lost in that.
Yeah. Are you working now?
I'm currently not, no.
Okay. By the end of tomorrow, you have to have a job, whether it's at Walmart, whether it's at a yard crew, you got to have something, okay?
Okay.
And here's why. It's about dignity. and it's about respect. And yes, she'll come along, but you don't respect you right now.
Yeah.
And when people don't work, they lose their sense of purpose and dignity in themselves. Okay? This will be about you at least feeling like you're contributing in some short way.
I feel that.
So if you came home and said, hey, this dream died, it may have died to the tune of now we're in the hole, $500,000 or $1 million in debt, or it might have died, we don't owe anybody any money, but man, I was all in on this thing. How long have you been out of work?
So I do like contracting work, like security work.
When's the last time you brought home a
And
paycheck?
so, week and a half ago.
More than $1,000?
Yes.
Okay. So you're working.
Yes, off and on. It's been inconsistent. So I'll have really good, paying job for a month, and then there won't be anything for a couple of weeks, and then another gig will come around. But I want to provide a more stable environment where she knows when I'm going to be home. We know what our bills are every month, and not the kind of up and down.
Give yourself 6 months of working 2 jobs that you clock in and clock out of.
Okay.
And put on a uniform and be frustrated that you're going to flip burgers or make eggs in the morning, or that you're driving Uber for somebody. I don't know how much driving's going on in Brighton, but give
not much.
Yeah, probably not. But give yourself, go throw boxes at Tractor Supply from 3 p.m. till 11 p.m. And look your wife in the eye and say, I've just been sitting here waiting for life to happen, and I've allowed you to feel unsafe, and I'm sorry. Tomorrow I'm going back to work. And this isn't going to be for my forever job, but this is going to be my right now job.
Word.
Is that fair?
Do that. No, it is fair.
Okay.
I can do that.
What was the next one you said? You said consistency. How are you not consistent?
Don't take this the wrong way, John, but I'm a lot like you.
Okay.
I'm a creative brain. I'm a energetic brain. I get bored easy. I like change. And I think she's more analytical, very task oriented. She's extremely organized. She's incredible. Making lists and whatnot. I'm not that way necessarily. And I think for her, a good schedule is important. But honestly, some of that is part of the work, because they travel with me when I've done contracts. And I think she wants more of a consistency for her, for our daughter, and for me. So schedule, just knowing we're going to get up at the same time every day, and this is the routine. And I think that gives her a sense of security, a sense of health. She also wants to see me healthy.
That's it. So we are alike in that way, except the number of days I've been married and not had a job are 0. I've never not had a job. I've been miserable, but I didn't quit until I found the new one. I thought I was going to get laid off, and I made sure I had 4 other lines in the water. And my wife got up 2.5 hours before I did this morning, because I was in another city last night and my plane didn't get in until super late, and I didn't get into bed until early this morning. And so consistency, people will often default to the thing that they need to anchor into because the other person isn't a safe anchor. So sometimes that's booze, sometimes it's a calendar, sometimes it's pornography, sometimes it's work. My wife knows she can anchor into me, and so some mornings we get up at the same time, some we don't. And so I don't want you to, because what you're going to what's happening right now is you're starting to make yourself the martyr on behalf of her. She needs this calendar. She needs us to both get up at the same time. She needs this routine. She needs her husband to have a purpose.
Yeah, that's true.
She needs her husband to say, wife, she wants to stay home with this baby. I've got us. And just because I get a job on a random Tuesday doesn't mean the whole family has to pack up and go. My wife and kids didn't go with me yesterday. They've got school, they've got work, they've got lives. And so I have the illusion of chaos, but my chaos runs on a treadmill that is bolted into the bedrock of the earth. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a chaotic mess, but dude, there's some things I don't compromise on. I take care of my physical health, and I take care of my mental health, and I take care of my marriage. Because I've been in seasons when I didn't prioritize those three things, and it didn't go good. And I prioritized my career. Even
I'm
if
in
you
that season.
well, I mean, even if you said you were going back to school, because I'm going to ask you, like, what are you going to do with that brain that likes novelty, that likes excitement? Go be a cop. That likes new things every weekend, that likes things not the same, but kind of the same. Go be a therapist. Go be a firefighter. Go start a lawn business and you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I get it. I need a purpose. She needs to see me pursuing something.
Let me say this. I'm saying this I'm going to use the word cheating, and that sounds ridiculous. I'm not saying that in this case, but it just makes for a funny word, okay? Right now, she's having an affair with her calendar because that's the safest, most stable thing she knows.
Okay.
I want her to have an affair with you. I want her to fall in love with the guy that she fell in love with before, the dreamer, the guy that was starting a business, the guy that was all in, the guy that worked late hours, the guy that was trying to make things happen, that was hustling and moving. I want that guy to come back. And that guy got knocked out. Every fighter gets knocked out.
Okay.
What was the job you were doing?
The business?
Uh-huh.
It was in defense industry.
Okay. What did you like about defense?
Creating, building something, or not necessarily building something, but creating something, using my mind to mold and shape something, and building something from the ground up.
Okay, I didn't hear in that answer, keeping people safe.
Mm-hmm.
And so if the defense industry was just the particular place where you were allowed or you had permission to build things with your mind and create things, then you can build and create things at Home Depot. You can do that in the construction business. You can do that in the mental health space. You can do that at churches. You can do that anywhere.
Mm.
If you are put on earth to keep people safe, then go sign up for the police academy tomorrow.
Yeah, it's definitely definitely one of my purposes to keep people safe.
Sure.
But, the police, been there, done that, and the schedule and the constant stress level was just it was not my jam. So I have high respect for anybody that can do that, but it wouldn't have been good for my mental health.
It's a tough gig. How many jobs have you had since you've been married?
Three.
Okay. How long have you been married?
3 years.
Okay. That's a lot of change for her.
Yeah.
For a mom of a brand new baby.
I get that.
And can I also
give grounding, like you said?
Yeah, it's just you got to have something to anchor into. Can I tell you what I think would really help with this anchoring conversation?
Please.
You find somebody, not her, you find somebody that can keep your baby for a few hours and take her out. And just say, I've grieved the loss of this business long enough. You've got to have something to anchor into. So I'm just saying out of the front of the gate, I'm sorry. We got married 3 years ago. I've been through 3 jobs, which looked like 3 different careers. And I'm looking unstable to you. And I get the fact that you're holding this baby tight and you are feeling like you're lost in the wind. I get it. And would you be willing to build a second marriage with me? And my guess is she's going to say absolutely yes.
Yeah.
And then ask her, What must be true for you to feel safe? And you see what I'm saying? Here's why this is important in this order. It's you taking a knee at that table. I've provided this lack of stability. I've run through 3 careers. And by the way, bro, I've been through so many careers at this point. Who cares? But here we are. I don't have a job. I've got things are fishy. I'm sorry that I put you here. Will you rebuild something new? Absolutely, Gerard. I love you. Let's do it. Okay, cool. How can I love you starting right now? By the way, we got to be done here at 3 because I go to work. What? Yeah, I go to work. I'm going to Tractor Supply. $16 an hour. I'm starting tonight. And as for me in my house, I'm going to clock in and clock out because there's no job beneath me when it comes to providing and giving my wife stability and safety. I'll do this for 6 months. And while I'm doing this for 6 months or a year, I'm going to be applying out to other jobs. I'm going to be going to see a counselor. I'm going to be talking to people so that I can begin to get my feet underneath me. And what you're going to find is you're in the ocean and you feel like you're drowning, but the water's only 3 feet deep. Once you stand up, it's going to come up to your waist. You're going to be like, oh man, I'm good. But right now it feels like you're out at sea, and that's okay. I'm really grateful for the call, brother. You call me anytime. We'll get you to the front of the line, and I'll walk with you every step of the way. Every step of the way. But today we're going to start with action. No more thinking about it. We can still grieve the loss of this business, but we're going to go and we're going to take action.